The amount of fist pumping that I did watching this.
Here's the magic trick. It is a silly, over-the-top, crazy action superhero Indian historical drama.
Musical
that also features literally a blueprint for healthy friendships.
It is all about virility and strength and courage and power and rescuing people and just being a badass. But it's also about being sensitive towards children, kind and respectful towards women, loving your country, and being tender-hearted. It is unabashedly old-fashioned macho in many respects, but in the healthiest way possible.
Hey, remember how I said subtlety in filmmaking is good? It isn't. That noise. This is good. This is what's good. Welcome to Bromance Therapy. I'm Alan Seawright, professional filmmaker who needs therapy. This is...
I'm licensed therapist Jonathan Decker, and I need some lovin', apparently.
You just need a good bromance.
I need guy love between two guys.
It's guy love between two guys.
We're watching RRR.
Arr!
Arr, the piratiest movie that features no pirates.
A masterpiece.
Listen, it is a revelation. I felt after watching this the same way I felt after watching The Matrix.
Really?
It was a complete shift in my consciousnness.
Uh-huh.
It was like dropping acid.
Would you know?
No.
Okay. This movie was part You Got Served, part Braveheart, part Fast and the Furious.
It was 90% Fast and the Furious.
Part Passion of the Christ for one scene.
A little bit, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, Singing in the Rain.
Yeah, and listen, none of that should work, and it certainly shouldn't work together, and yet it is a masterpiece. It might be the best movie that came out last year. It is one of the best films ever made. Certainly the best film of this year.
Yeah.
Not even close.
So, let's do this thing.
Okay.
There's a child in danger.
Yep. What
And
are we
they-
gonna do?
They've never met, and they're just communicating through eye contact and body language, like this plan, like this instant connection.
Oh, okay. I should definitely tie this rope around myself. Now what? Oh, yeah. Totally. Got it, bro. Here we go. Just... Listen. Listen. It's so silly, and it's so perfect.
There may have been more efficient ways to save that child, but none of them were as awesome. And he grabbed, yes!
The revolutionary flag, baby! Pose! Pose! Come on!
This movie's like 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
And that's not high enough. It should be 112. Like, what's he doing? Why is he dipping it there? Why did he grab a flag? Oh, because there's gonna be a rail car exploding. We know this.
That's so amazing! Here's the thing, if it didn't go as hard and all in as it did on every possible way,
It wouldn't work.
no, it wouldn't work. It would actually be crap. It went from like good to crap to the most amazing thing ever because it just kept going.
Yeah.
Yes!
There he is! Not a CG flag.
Raju, Akhtar.
And now we get the opening credits. 40 minutes in, we get the opening title.
Yeah.
This is 40 minutes into the movie. And listen. Listen. Not only was that a kick-ass action sequence, it was the greatest meet cute in cinema history. It was also the manliest, like,
Yeah.
arm grab
Yeah.
in cinema history. Like, it was simultaneously so many superlatives.
Oh,
It's
man.
hard to describe. And that's one scene, 40 minutes in. We've already had 12 scenes before this that are just the most.
Yeah. Well, and here's what I love about this film. It is unabashedly old-fashioned macho in many respects, but in the healthiest way possible.
Yeah, okay, talk to me about this, because it is so drenched in testosterone.
Oh, so hard. So hardcore.
But yeah, you get to the end of it and it's not like this movie hates women.
Or this movie is teaching us like bad things about what being a man is.
Yeah.
Like it is all about virility and strength and courage and power and rescuing people and just being a badass.
And bringing a tiger to a gunfight.
But it's also about being sensitive towards children and kind and respectful towards women and loving your country and being tenderhearted. And I will say this is something that this film has in common with Lord of the Rings and like our Aragorn versus toxic masculinity. Aragorn is a complete badass.
Yeah, totally.
But he's a warrior poet and he's a tenderhearted, good-hearted soul with a lot of integrity. And so are these guys.
Yeah.
Also, in Lord of the Rings, you have something very rare, which is open, really strong affection between straight men.
Yes.
Without
it is
shame.
great to finally get some representation in cinema.
What do you mean?
It's not gay that I put my arm around you when we're excited.
And that you and I could have like a horse versus motorcycle, not a race, just enjoying the countryside. Frolic.
Sure. A frolic.
It's a frolic.
We do need to frolic more. Jono, would you say that friendships fail from infrequent frolicking?
They certainly falter.
Okay. This is one of the greatest, like, dating montages ever. But it's
But they're not
just
dating.
two men. It's a bro montage.
Yes.
A brotage.
And that's the thing, like, I don't want to discount or discredit how important it is to have gay representation
Absolutely.
and to have these types of, but this is not a gay story, and that's partially why it's so important, is because this is a meet cute,
Yeah.
followed by like a
romance.
a romance,
But it's a bromance.
montage, yeah, where they just love each other, they just appreciate each other. And some of you will say, no, they want to hook up, but the society of their time wouldn't let them. And maybe that's an accurate read. That's as valid as anything.
You can take that read, sure. That's not the read I get on it, or the writer and director. I mean, they've been asked.
Because they're
Come on!
This is Rocky and Apollo.
This is Rocky and Apollo, and this is the greatest workout move of all time, right here.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just look. Good job, buddy. Come on.
This is actually since Rocky and Apollo frolicked in the ocean. Like we haven't
Yes.
seen this since 1983.
What? No, I would argue shirtless volleyball in 1985,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and just last year, shirtless
Football.
dogfight football. And here's another thing. Who would have thought in a year where we had a throwback movie that just whipped ass, Top Gun Maverick,
Yeah.
that it would get outwhipped?
Right? By,
Like, I saw that movie and I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, it's sort of an 80s macho fest.
Yeah.
This is great. It's fun to see this on camera. And then RRR was like, hold my beer.
very true. But what I'm seeing here, like as far as therapeutic principles, is the importance of just doing things that you enjoy with your bros.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
And yes, for some people that will lead to sexual experimentation, and for other people it won't. It's just like, no, we're, just.
Two bros chilling in the hot tub, 5 feet apart, cause they're not gay.
But again, like you can be a macho man who likes women, and also straddle your friend's neck while he does squats. Because he's got to get those gains.
Frankly, you should be. You're helping out your bro. He needs those cut quads. You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep going.
Bulging. And look, this is not just like bros need to bro, right? Like ladies need to bro out too.
Or sis out.
Or say, whatever it is. Spending time with friends in friendship activities is, it's like vital for human connection, right?
We live in a society.
Yeah, we need that connection, and especially for people who are aromantic or asexual.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That a lot of times
Friendship connection is like the bulk of your connection. at
that is the
point,
love
yeah.
connection. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the greatest like wingman scene. He knows that his buddy likes this woman.
इधर रोक
Pull over here.
इधर इधर क्यों भाई गाड़ी यहीं पे रुकेगी
They just
यहाँ रुकेगी
How do you know she's gonna stop here?
I want to see more of this actress.
She was great.
And she's lovely. I mean, yes, physical appearance, but she's got a light in her
She
eyes.
really
Like,
has
she's
a,
got this
a really sort of fresh-faced glow to her.
this
It's
wholesomeness,
really,
yeah.
Delightful.
Dude, he is. These are sexy men. Like, let's just get that out of the way. And I love watching the head bobbing just as like a cultural thing, just about.
Excuse me, could you help? My tires have gone flat.
जी मैम साहब मेरी दुकान पास में ही है 5 मिनट में ठीक कर दूंगा
He means it'll take at least 5 hours.
Oh. Is there a bus stop or a tram station nearby?
पूछ रही है आसपास कोई बस स्टॉप या ट्राम स्टेशन है?
हाँ बिल्कुल पास में ही है
नाम है मुंडी हिला.
Shake your head no.
Perhaps you can ask him for a ride.
So this is one of the greatest. I mean, I wouldn't advocate popping a woman's tires, but it works for a movie.
Oh yeah, it's
Don't do
great
this
for
in real
movie.
life, but it works for a movie. Like he's helping his buddy out.
Oh, that's a yes?
Yes.
Bros help bros have meet cutes.
Absolutely.
You know, they create those opportunities, especially because the one who likes her is shy and isn't sure how to pull this off himself.
Right.
That last shot was a Mentos commercial.
That is just one handsome ass man.
I look at both those men and I'm like, I really got to hit the gym.
Yeah.
Stop eating so much carbs.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we got amazing popcorn.
We sure do, and it's full of carbs.
And even though I should stop eating it, I'm not going to. I've got St. Patrick's Day.
I've got hot chocolate.
Well,
This is our brand, Internet Dad's Popcorn. It's corny.
yeah, get it at our store below.
Yum.
It's not just about being a wingman in a romantic situation.
Sure.
It's about supporting your friend in their dream, like whatever their dream is or whatever they're trying to accomplish.
Yes.
It. Not just saying, hey, good luck with that, but I'm here for you. How can I support you? How can I help make this happen?
Yeah.
Which you've done for me on numerous
And
occasions.
you've done for me.
But definitely in college, I can see us not popping tires, but like,
Everything but.
yeah.
That pose, come on!
And the
Do you
stare
know?
down.
Desi Nach.
What's Desi Nach?
I have to say, after I watched this movie, I haven't had time to revisit the whole movie. I have YouTubed this scene
Any number of times.
at least a dozen times.
It is stunning, the athleticism. And Corridor Crew actually did a VFX thing on this, because if you look at how in sync they are, they actually VFX'd this dance to, like, sync them up perfectly.
Really?
Yeah. Because they are synced up perfectly. The athleticism in this dance sequence, which they shot for 3 weeks. Dude, the production on this movie, they shot for 2 years on this movie.
I love the slow-mo of the women just being like,
Oh,
"These-
wow."
These are real men." Well, you totally...
And to be fair, they're right.
They are. No, I'm
Like, they weren't filming actors acting, they were filming women just reacting to an actual thing happening in front of them.
Well, I watch this, I'm like, these guys sing, they dance, they do badass fight choreography, they look amazing, they dress amazing, they're well-groomed.
What
they're
can they not
sensitive,
do?
They're tough, they're like...
They're the perfect men.
So, but this is great. So he knows he could probably beat his friend or at least go toe-to-toe with him, but he sees how badly she wants his buddy to win, so... And that's real friendship. Like, some friendships are all about winning in the
Right.
in the competition. But in this case, okay, this matters to you more than it matters to me.
Right.
He wants to win the dance-off, but he wants more for his buddy
To
to impress this girl.
impress this girl, yeah.
Yeah. There is negotiation in friendship, whether it's verbal or not. And there was a non-verbal something that just happened there where he took that fall. And also, suspenders. Have you ever been involved in the staging of a song or dance number? I know you've done music videos.
I've done music videos. I haven't done anything this big. It's really fun. It's a difficult challenge because you want to use the camera and move the camera to really amp up the energy, especially if it's a high energy dance number like
Yeah.
this, right? But you also want to highlight the dancers and let them just show their athleticism. One thing that they do in this scene, a lot of, is they actually use a faster shutter.
Yeah.
So what that means is the shutter angle closes down, so it's only open for a shorter period of time, so you get less motion blur, and it makes the movements look a little choppier. And what that does is it amps up the energy, even though it's not actually changing the energy of the scene. This movie does not shy away from like, what is a cool shot?
Right.
But in this, it's kind of like, hey, you know what's cool? These guys.
Yeah.
Sit on them.
You see that with Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire, where the camera, all it does is just follow them around, and they are the special effect. And Jackie Chan does that a lot in his fight choreography, where he's not hiding things with a lot of edits. It's just all there on frame. Here's something curious about this. The action's way over the top. It's too over the top to be realistic. People singing and dancing out of nowhere is not realistic, which is fine. I mean, it's musical. I don't need that. But the point is, there's so many things that contribute to, and then the drama is not subtle.
It is melodrama.
Yeah, it is heavy melodrama. And there's something about everything being dialed up to 11 that it works when it shouldn't.
So
Why is that?
I bang on constantly on this show about subtlety in filmmaking.
Yeah.
Right? Subtlety in storytelling. Subtlety is better than not. This is not subtle.
No.
There's like a continuum of like bad, unsubtle filmmaking, subtle filmmaking, and then this.
Yeah.
And it is heightened, like insane melodrama, and it works. And frankly, I don't know how.
Well, it reminds me of the better entries in the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Yep.
Except for it's
Cranked up
better.
even more.
Cranked up even more and somehow better.
And somehow better, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a magic trick, and I don't know how you do it, man. Like, teach me.
Betrayal. Oof.
And look, let's just lean fully into these guys are superheroes.
Well, so here's a principle of friendship that is as true for our friendship as anything else. Friends fight.
Sure. You know, they don't always
We've never done this.
single-handedly just destroy fountains.
But, oof. I remember you doing that to me, though.
Yeah.
It got heated.
You did break my nose one time.
That is true. You shouldn't have sassed me.
We were rehearsing a fight scene. It was a complete accident. Jonah felt terrible.
I did feel terrible. But you, being a filmmaker, like a blossoming filmmaker, you're like, this is a great story for the film.
This is type 2 fun. It's not fun now, but it'll make a great story later. He just punched a guy 25 feet.
So for those wondering what's going on, well, they're on opposite sides of the colonial, the colonizer versus the revolutionary conflict.
Yeah. Well, and the colonizers have kidnapped Bahim's sister or like tribe member?
No, tribe member.
Yeah.
Bahim is like the tribe protector,
Yeah.
and she's been kidnapped just to be basically like a pet in a British household, like cute little Indian girl as a pet. Oh, that's some Jet Li right there.
Absolutely. Oh, and remember how we spent 40 minutes setting up that one of them's fire and one of them's water?
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
I do.
Well, here, the movie's gonna remind you. Hey, remember how I said subtlety in filmmaking is good? It isn't. That noise. This is good. This is what's good. Freaking fire, man.
The amount of fist pumping that I did watching this.
I so regret that I didn't get to see this in a movie theater with just a bunch of people losing their damn minds.
So I'm making this commitment right here, right now. If you and I are ever in a place where there's like a screening,
Oh, we're going.
and we're doing a fan event, like come meet us.
Hell yes.
Come meet us for RRR.
Hey, if you want to see me freak out even more about this amazing movie, there's an extended director's cut on our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/cinematherapy.
Do it.
Please.
How do you film something like this? I mean, there's a lot of wires involved.
Look, there's a ton of wire work. I don't know how long they spent on that fight scene. They shot this movie for like 2 years. I mean, they had some
they?
COVID shutdowns and stuff, but they were shooting for almost 300 days.
Wow.
Because this is the biggest movie
Yeah.
that has ever.
It might be
movied.
the most movie I've ever seen.
It might be the most, yeah. But this is the most movie ever in a movie. Tons of on-set pyrotechnics, tons of on-set special effects with water and all the other stuff, and then a huge amount of visual effects work. Mm-hmm. How do you get brothers to hate each other? Like, this is an awesome, awesome fight scene, and the whole time I was like, no, don't hurt each other.
Well, it comes down to something you brought up in another one of our episodes, which is in great storytelling reflects real life. Mm-hmm. And in real life, it's usually not ultimate good person versus ultimate evil person duking it out.
Sure.
It's usually two people with competing interests or competing backgrounds or competing goals or competing perspectives. And they believe in these things so hard or are so invested in these things that their love for each other clashes with now there's a disparity.
Yeah.
And it feels like one of us needs to come out on top. And in this case, it's really high stakes. It's the freedom of the country and people being oppressed. But it's also a little more than that.
So Raju is trying to capture him because it'll get him a promotion, and we don't know why he needs this promotion, but there's a good reason.
There is a good reason.
But
he wants to save a little girl.
Yeah. And we've just spent literally 15 minutes with these guys being like building the greatest bromance that's ever been put on film.
Yeah.
So that this hits even harder.
Is it? I thought it was more than 15 minutes.
It might have been more. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's time makes no difference in this movie. Like, time ceased. It could have taken 3 years to watch this movie. I don't know. I just loved all of it.
I would watch a 4-hour cut of this movie.
Yeah.
I absolutely would.
Yep.
Reconciling with friends is being able to see, which they ultimately do, where the other one's coming from, and that this isn't one of us was right and one of us was wrong. This is, okay, I see why you were doing what you were doing. I may not agree with how you were doing it or the fact that you mercilessly attacked me.
Sure.
Like, we may not agree with how people, in real life, it's less physical often. It's more verbal or the behavior. Like, we disagree with that, or we can acknowledge that was hurtful while still saying the motivation, I see the human motivation and I understand it. And it's valid to me, and that can help with reconciliation.
So building off of what you just said, that you have to take each other's perspectives, they actually do.
Yeah.
We have to go through a lot of plot machinations to get there, and they're all fun.
And the type of torture and physical injury that only is recoverable in action movies.
Oh yeah, no, these guys are superheroes.
Yeah.
Just straight up. Like, it's Captain India and also Captain India. I mean, these are super soldiers. So they go through all of that and are reconciled to each other. And we get to one of the ultimate fight scenes ever that, again, is silly and should not work.
Okay. Are his legs broken?
No, it's like his back or legs or something. I don't know. He was damaged.
Yeah, he can't run for himself right now.
Yeah. But that's okay, because Heem's been doing his bro squats.
Yeah.
Look at that pose! Look at that pose! Come on!
Screw you, physics. It doesn't matter.
I'm Ramcharan Teju. Bowling. They have bowling pin sounds when that happens.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I
so
didn't notice
great.
that.
I mean, it's subtle, but it's in there. And it goes on and on.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
on.
it's a bloodbath. This is a very bloody
at one
movie.
point, like, as a human Jenga tower, they climb an actual tower and, like, do some gymnastics and, like, fight a guy and then jump off of the tower and, like, catch onto a light pole and flip and then land. It's not possible. And I want more of it. I want the 4-hour cut.
Oh my gosh.
Release the Rajamouli cut.
Reconciliation ritual would be, what did we used to enjoy doing together? Like, we fought, we separated, the friendship was in peril, we did some perspective taking, we took some humble accountability, we asked for forgiveness, we were there for each other, we're reconciled, but, it's still pretty raw. So how do we cement the bond? Well, what do we enjoy doing together?
You know what we enjoy doing? Overthrowing a global empire.
There you go, overthrowing a global empire.
Remember when we used to do that?
I was referring
That
more
was fun,
to,
buddy.
I was referring more to neck straddling squats and fighting. And they combined the two.
With overthrowing a global empire.
And now their friendship is rock solid.
Just, Yeah.
All right.
इस सपने को चांदी लड़ने के लिए नया रूप दिया तुमने।
Just
मैं
going
क्या कर सकता हूँ तुम्हारे लिए?
full.
Like
शिक्षा दो अन्ना।
Indian Rambo Jesus is what comes to mind. Like I just But I'm pretty sure how he's dressed at the end is like how he's depicted in the art and everything. This film is designed to make you have like a big dopey grin on your face.
It is. And guess what? It worked. I love this movie. Big dopey grin for hours.
So if you haven't seen RRR, you need to watch RRR, or R, as we like to call it. There are principles of friendship to help your friendship not only last, but weather difficult storms, betrayals, or presumed betrayals that weren't actually intended betrayals, stuff like that.
Here's the magic trick of this movie. It is a silly, over-the-top, crazy action superhero Indian historical drama. Musical that also features literally a blueprint for healthy friendships.
It does. It does. Like everyone's like, okay, well, women, gay or straight, can be very affectionate with their female friends. Gay men can obviously be very physically affectionate with other men. But there's like this stigma that straight men, we can't do this. We can't be physically affectionate. We can't be very emotionally vulnerable because we sacrifice our masculinity and our macho-ness. And RRR says,
Bhim and Raju are coming for you, and they're gonna hug that shit right out of you.
They're gonna punch it and hug it and sing and dance it.
And man squat it.
And man squatting, man squatting, I don't...
Jenga squat. And they're gonna Jenga squat it right out of you.
So until next time.
Alan,
Jono, and watch movies! That was the best ever. We want to thank our patrons for supporting us over at our Patreon, including...
KC Kitty Snores, Dave Adamowski, Lacey Ramirez, Daniel Quasar, and Janina. Or Janina?
Janina, I've heard it both ways.
Janina.
But thank you for supporting us. We love you. Bye.